Sunday, October 7th, 2018, and we have gathered at the Florida Railroad Museum to watch the Civil War reenactment, which is an event they do twice a year where they basically reenact the Civil War. During this event, you can learn about the camp and the soldiers who occupied them during this period of our country's history. After your tour through history, you can join them on board the train for a battle between the Confederates and the Union soldiers. Here we are gathered at Parrish to watch the first part of the fight unfold.
I've got one family purchasing now, then we're clear.
Sounds good, thank you.
After the first part of the fight is over, the soldiers board the train to go north toward Willow. And precisely at 2 p.m., the train begins to roll out. Leading this train north is an ex-U.S. Army EMD model GP7 number 1835, built in 1951 with 1,500 horsepower and a 16-cylinder engine. 1835 and her sister unit 1822 spent most of their lives in switching service at a military base in Sunny Point, North Carolina, before being donated to the museum in 1993. 1822 is now out of service and is primarily used for parts for 1835. 1835 stayed in its U.S. Army paint scheme until 2001 when it was repainted into its current Louisville and Nashville L&N Railroad livery by Garland and Glenn Miley. After the train departed Parrish, we leapfrogged north about 2 miles to Dickey Road at milepost SW858. For the trip north to Willow, most, if not all, of the soldiers who boarded the train are seated within the 5416 New Georgia coach, which was an air-conditioned coach built by the Pullman Company in 1950 for the Union Pacific. Next shot comes just outside of Willow Yard. Special thanks to Charlie for letting us go through his yard and down to FPL property to get this shot. This is now a privilege I have for going to the museum, which I am very grateful for. For this trip, they didn't go all the way into Willow Yard, as they would stop at Dickey Road on the way back for the Civil War reenactment once again. As they prepare to start the second part of the trip back to Parrish, they start up the old GP10 numbered 8330. and not 10 minutes later, they begin the trip back to Paris. And I will say this, I think this is one of the best throttle ups from this old GP10 that I think I've ever heard. Back at Dickey Road, the train prepares to come to a stop to watch the second part of the reenactment. At that point, the soldiers disembark and the shootout ensues. After about 20 more minutes of fighting, the train begins the last leg of the journey back to Paris. And with 8330 blowing her fresh RS5T to indicate a good stop, that would end the day for Sunday, October 7th. It was a good day out here on the Florida War Museum, and I hope you enjoyed. So with that being said, at milepost SW860, this is Coder Wiener, out.